Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I have a recap video. As you guys know, for the last 2 years, at least last year and this year, I have made a wish list of brands that I've wanted to try. There are some brands that are indie brands as well as mainstream brands, specifically this year, that I have wanted to try, and we're gonna see if I actually did that or not. So before I get into the list, if you're new to my channel, my name is Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join our familia, and now without further ado, let's get on with my list. Now, I made a list in the beginning of this year, and typically I do it at the end of the year around December time, which I think I might do it again next year. It all depends on where I am, if I even care to try new brands, or I just want to do it organically without trying to think about it. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do this year, but I typically do it in December. This past year, I ended up doing it in January, all because we had moved almost a year to the day, you guys. Almost been a full year since we moved into this house. So at the time, we were still moving in. We still had our contractor here fixing. We still did not have a master bathroom. There was a lot of things that were not done at the time. So I ended up doing this list in January of this year, but it meant for 2019. So we're almost at the end of the year, you guys. We have about a month and a half-ish left of 2019, which is a little bit, like, it just blows my mind how quickly things go. And I know that's a lot of people's things, but when you have kids, it goes even faster. Trust me. As a child, I remember being super slow, but when you have children, it goes even faster. So I have my list. I believe I had about 8 to 10 brands that I wanted to try out this year. So we're gonna go ahead and see if I even bothered to try, if I forgot, or if some of these have made my top favorite brands ever of all time. So let's start out with the first one. The first one is Natasha Denona. This was the year for Miss Denona in my life. You guys, I'm so excited. I finally got to try her brand, her shadows. I have yet to give my thoughts on it. I keep forgetting to do a full review on my thoughts. As an eyeshadow enthusiast, I love to be well-rounded when it comes to eyeshadow formulas. And that was one of the brands that was on my list that I had not tried that everyone raved about. So I am going to definitely let you guys know. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. I do. I think that her cost is a little bit up there, but it's great quality. It's not one of these brands where you don't get what you pay for, and every time she comes out with something, you're not expecting to whether it's a hit or miss. It's always going to be a hit, to be honest with you. So as you guys know, I spent a $100 gift card on her, oh goodness, I always get this mixed up. Sunrise, which one is it, you guys? I forget. But I did get it over the summer. I ended up using a gift card for it, so I technically did not pay my own money per se out of my bank this year for it, but I did try it out. And I also have a single of hers. I ended up getting a single, and I don't remember how I ended up getting this single. This is called Bronze Age, which is a beautiful shade. This is perfect for this time of year. And this was actually the very first shadow I tried of hers, and that's what made me get that sunset palette. I don't remember what it's called, but I do love it. And I don't want to depot this because it's super cute, but I did try out her brand, and I gotta say, I might be hooked. I definitely want to have one of her 5 pans. The mini gold one is still something that is on my mind that I want to get for $25. It's just, she's good. She's great quality, and I would recommend her for somebody who has a small collection or wants a curated collection and doesn't mind paying a little bit more for eyeshadows. You can definitely get other brands like ColourPop at such a cheaper rate and great quality as well. But if you want to have that luxury feeling, she's really good. I do like her. The second brand that I have is Miss Pat McGrath. Well, that was another, oh my goodness. I didn't honestly look at this list before I sat down, so I don't even remember what I had on this list. And the second one was Pat McGrath. I tried her again this year. And again, the reason why I tried her was from that another $100 gift card. I redeemed all of my points for Sephora. I redeemed 4 $100 gift cards, you guys. That's how much points I had racked up for the last 6-7 years that I've had points on Sephora, and I just never really used them. So I ended up getting $400 worth this year of gift cards, and the last one I redeemed was back in October of this year, so I have one more left. So I ended up trying her that way as well. I ended up getting 2 of her palettes during the spring VIB sale, which I couldn't use the 20% off, so I ended up just using the gift card. And then she ended up putting her palettes half off. I believe they were like $27.50, so I went ahead and got a few more from her, and I do think her quality is good. I do really think she's not as great as Natasha Denona, and I don't think she's as great as Viseart either as far as the mattes go, but as far as her shimmers, they're beautiful. If you're looking for a good quality shimmer shadow. She has great ones. Natasha Denona has amazing ones. Viseart is not really well known for, at least in my eyes, for the shimmery metallic-y shades, or more for me the matte. They are the ones that are my number one when it comes to matte. But Pat McGrath, she's okay with it when it comes to the matte. I love her color stories. They're very unique. Her packaging is amazing. I just don't like what she's been doing lately as far as raising her prices, not really telling us when things are officially off the market in her brand, and then hiking up the price, and then coming out with things that I don't think is, you're getting your money's worth out of the amount you're getting that she's giving you, if that makes any sense. So I love her aesthetic, I love her brand, I love her whole entire presentation. I just don't like those kind of things that she's been doing. So I have a love-hate relationship with her, honestly. I'm happy I tried her, and what I have I'm content with. I don't feel like I need to get everything or have that collector impulse that I normally would get when I fall in love with a brand for her sake, but I do like her and I'm happy I did try out a second brand. Third one is Miss Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, with hers, I've only tried one thing. It was a point perk that I ended up getting, I don't even know how, but it was a lipstick. Her Pillow Talk lipstick, I think it's phenomenal. Her lipstick quality is phenomenal. It's just a mini. I mean, it's like smaller than a mini. It's kind of like I don't know how to even describe it. It's super miniature. The mini itself gave me what I wanted, was to try the quality out of it. I still have it. It is a great lipstick. I've only tried the lipstick of hers and I think it's really, really good. Now, I've always been a fan of my drugstore lipsticks. I've always said that you can find a great quality lipstick at the drugstore. I can't say that for my eyeshadows and for a lot of other things at the drugstore, but for lip products, 110% will I say, go to the drugstore for a lip product. But that's not to say that sometimes you do like a luxury lip product. And I would have to be very, very considerate and really have my collection pared down for me to actually get one of her lipsticks. If it is gifted to me, or like how I got this one, I don't mind that, and I think it's great quality. I really do like it, but I am no longer in the market for a $30 to $50 lipstick. Those days are gone for me. I have brought myself back down to when I first started my channel and raved about drugstore lipsticks, and they're still great quality. I have caught myself reaching for more of my drugstore lip products than anything this year, and I've been trying to get back to using my higher end ones because I paid a lot for them, so I want to get use out of them. But honestly, I'm a drugstore girl when it comes to lip products, and I have no shame in that. As I do want to try her blushes though. Her blushes are my number one thing I do want to try from her. Her eyeshadow products, if I were to choose any of her eyeshadow products, it would have to be her cream shadows out of a pot or her shadow sticks. I think those kind of products in her line grab me more than her actual quads do. I don't know, her quads aren't that appealing to me, but I think her shadows, her cream products, those are the ones that get me. So I've only tried a mini, like a super miniature one, but that's all I've tried from her so far. I still want to, dip my toes into her more, but it's such an expensive brand. Those that used to buy me gifts that were luxurious no longer do for other reasons. So I don't think unless I purchase it myself will I ever get a Charlotte Tilbury product. And that's okay with me. Maybe one day I'll do it. The fourth one that I have here is Fenty Beauty. From Fenty Beauty, I've actually tried two products. Her glass bombs, I don't know what you call those, and then her highlighter. And I gotta tell you, the two things that I've tried from them have been great. They are staple products. They're not anything out there like some of her highlighters or eyeshadow palettes, or I've never tried any of the foundations, powders, that kind of thing. But as far as the two things that I've tried, I have enjoyed. Do I have the need or want to try anything else from her? I feel like with this brand specifically, I am gravitated more towards the deluxe sample size kits or the little mini things just to dip my toes in. It's not a brand where I want to try a lot of things often or am gravitated towards the latest and greatest from them. I don't know what it is. I've never been like that since day one, and the two things that I have, which I think is Hustler Baby highlighter and the gloss bomb, I'm content with that. I'm happy. I tried it. I like it. I enjoy it, but I don't feel like that compulsion to keep buying from this brand, which is good. I don't know if it's my low buy that did this to me or it's just me in general, but so far I've been really, really good. The fifth brand that I have on my list, oh my goodness, can you see the smile on my face? It is Menagerie Cosmetics. This was the brand that I wanted to try this year, and it has been my number one brand overall in any of my brands as far as specifically indie brands. Holy cow. I love this brand. I really, really do. I love what they stand for. I love their quality. I love their price point. I love how involved they are in keeping us up to date when things come out. I love the fact that when I do purchase something from them, they're not constantly releasing things over and over and over. I'm actually looking forward. At this point, I just got an email today of my shipment of my Killer Purr palette. I purchased this September 27th or 29th of this year. We're now in the second week of November and I have not gotten this palette, and the excitement and the thrill of me getting this is what I want to feel from brands, is when I get something, I look forward to it and I want to get it. Not like, oh, I bought it, I'm gonna put it away and move on to the next thing. This brand is not like that. The quality is amazing. Their artwork is so pretty, and the things that they come out with, they really think it through. They really put their hard-earned sweat and tears into their products, and you can see it in their quality, in the way that they present themselves. Everything about this brand I absolutely love. This has been no secret to you guys how much I love this brand. So I'm so happy I did it with the Whale Song palette. Then I got the Feral palette, which is my #1 favorite ever palette that I own. And then I got the Courtship one. I ended up getting the Violet Ink one, which I absolutely love, which has been sold out for so long. I wanted to get it as a gift and it's been sold out for so long. And now with the Killer Purr, I'm so happy with this brand. I really am. They're really good, and I hope that other people take them as an example of what it is to have a brand, how to cater to your consumers and listen to them, and not release things so much, because I appreciate them more for that than ColourPop for releasing things on a every other 2 to 3 day basis, honestly. The next brand that I have on my list is Strobe Cosmetics. I don't think I've tried Strobe Cosmetics, to be honest with you guys. I forgot about them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I completely forgot about them. I don't know. I have to look into them to even see what they released this year. Did I even know? I don't think I got anything from them this year. I think other brands have taken over and I just put this one on the back burner. So I will put this on my list to look into to see, but there's nothing really. And I don't think I've heard any buzz or seen anything of them that has caught my attention for me to want to get something from them. You could tell that they haven't made an impression on me because I can't think of anything that they released this year or anything that I've wanted that they have released in the past. Next one that I have is Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Here we go. Give Me Glow Cosmetics has bumped up to my second favorite indie brand. Oh my goodness. Their quality is almost as great as Menagerie, and I mean almost by like a hair. They're so good. My only gripe with them is that I feel like when they do releases, it's not in big batches, so it's hard to get them, or it's on a every Friday we're gonna restock kind of thing. It's just like, do a big restock and then move on. I'm okay with that. Their quality is so good. Their themes to their palettes are amazing. You get a huge amount of pan per shadow, which I do like. Their price point is inconsistent. I can't really say how much, like they range between $30 all the way up to like $60. So it depends on what you're buying is what you're getting. They have those huge Z palettes, which I think is a steal. I do like them as a brand. I really do. Their quality is awesome. Very good. I only own 2 palettes from them. I think they're releasing something for the holiday season. I'll have to look into it. But that is a brand that also caught my attention. They have caught my attention. I've heard them loud and clear, and I have truly enjoyed them. They have been more towards the end of this year, but I'm happy. I am so happy with them, so I have no complaints, to be honest with you. I'll deal with the pricing and the restocking so long as it's just not one time and then I can never get it again. At least give me a few shots to try to squeeze myself in to get it. I have another one, Dulzura Cosmetics. Here is another brand like Strobe where they caught my attention, but then it died down. And you know how like some people tell you to put things in your shopping cart, like, you know, marinate it on a little bit, see if it's still something that you want a week or 2 later, come back to it, see if you could live without the product, why is it that you're buying? I feel like these lists are that same way. Here's another brand where I was all about it in the beginning and then it died down. I can't recall anything they've released in the last few months. I can't even recall seeing them on my Instagram or anywhere or any other videos. I remember that all they had was highlighters, and at the time I wasn't really interested in highlighters. I wanted to try more shadows and things, and they just fell off my radar. And being honest and blunt, they fell off my radar. I don't know if I want to revisit them. I'll have to check to see if anything caught my attention. But as of right now, I'm okay without them. And it's not to say that they're a bad brand when I say these things. It's just like Strobe, nothing has caught me. Nothing has said, come over here and try this out. And it may very well be that I'm more interested in eyeshadows than I am in anything else. And maybe they haven't released eyeshadows, and that's okay. But they haven't caught my attention. Two more brands. The next one that I have is Alamar Cosmetics. Here's a brand that has caught my attention. They have been in a few BoxyCharms. I unfortunately was not one of those lucky winners to get one of the glosses that they put in there, but they are still in the radar of people that I watch, brands that I see, and I still want to try them. I have not had any of their eyeshadow palettes. I don't think I own anything from them at this point. No, I don't think I do. But I still want to try them. I still have to keep an eye on them, specifically mainly because it is a Latina-owned brand, and I do appreciate that. Dulzura Cosmetics is also one, but I feel like Alamar is more diverse in their products, and that attracts me more because I think recently she just released eyelashes, which I love. Surprisingly, I'm not wearing any today, but I do like the variety. I like the variety, and it doesn't make me bored. So I still want to try them. We'll see in the future if I end up getting anything from them. I'm going to keep my eye on them. I want to see maybe for Black Friday. I don't know what deals are going to be out, but they are still on my radar, and they have caught my attention throughout the year, but there hasn't been anything where I'm like, yes, that's what I want. Last but not least is Melt Cosmetics. You guys, I was this close. So close to purchasing something from Melt Cosmetics. They arrived at Sephora, and I said, you know what? Maybe this is the time for me to get it. The few times that I wanted to get a palette from them, they were constantly sold out. Drea kept texting me, messaging me, Alex, you really should try them. You should really try them. Every time I got on the site, they were sold out. When I finally had the palettes, there was 2 palettes and I can't remember what they were, in my shopping cart to purchase them, then we had the release of their palettes going bad quickly. You have seen the post, I'm not going to mention it, but there is actual YouTube videos of them. The actual brand came out and said that the formulas were not working together, and it kind of threw me off. It honestly, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it threw me off, because if I'm gonna pay that much for a palette, I want it to last. You guys have seen my whole entire makeup collection. You guys have seen that I own some palettes that are quite a few years old, and they still to this day work perfectly fine, because not only do I preserve my makeup in general and the way that I treat my makeup, but the quality has to be there in order for it to work. It's a double door thing. You gotta work for me and I'll work for you to preserve you. So when I saw that Melt Cosmetics shadows were doing that, I cut it off. I was like, you know what? It's not worth it to me. I'd rather spend my money on a brand that I know is going to last me, that the quality is great, that I'm not going to have any issues with, where it's just too much of a hassle, too much of a risk for me. I don't know in the future if that will change, but that honestly turned me off, because the number one thing I like to buy is eyeshadows. You know, I could get their highlighters, I could get their blushes, I could get their lipsticks, but to me, the eyeshadows is what attracts me. And when I heard that and I saw it with my own eyes, I'm like, you know what? Not right now. Not right now. So I completely cut them off. At this moment, I still don't want to purchase anything from them. If I get something as a gift, it's a different thing. But as me spending my own money, I don't feel comfortable yet. I have to wait and see. So I'm going to hold off for a little bit longer until I feel like I'm confident enough that my money is not going to get wasted and I'm going to lose out on a palette within a few months to a year. So there you guys have it. That is where I stand with my makeup brand wish list. I will absolutely make one for next year. We'll see what has caught my attention. As you guys know, this whole entire year I've been on a low buy, which is coming to an end very soon. And my mindset has changed a lot. And I may not have a lot of brands, and I may not have that impulse to have to buy from these brands. I may be content. I don't know what it is. Honestly, I'm looking at these brands and some of them that I haven't even tried, I'm like, that's okay. I don't even care to try them out, or, you know, it has nothing to do with the brand. It's just me, where I stand when it comes to buying more makeup, so on and so forth. So let me know if you guys had tried anything from these brands, if you've made a list, if how well you have done with your list. I will put more videos right over here if you're interested in continuing your journey with me. Until then, bye guys.